you see.
Could you turn that around by focusing on your friend and you want them to be happy and want them to work through with all that stuff?
Of course you can.
Yeah.
And that all of those decisions depend upon how much momentum you've got going on. In other words, sometimes you can have a really good friend who's really determined to focus negatively on something, and everything you say that isn't in an attempt to help them feel better just makes them dig in harder and stronger and defend their limitedness that much more. Mm-hmm. And at some point you have to decide where your benefit to them ends and where your detriment to yourself begins. In other words, if you're standing in a really stable place, then you could feel comfortable under all conditions. If you know your ability to bring someone around, you can. If you're standing in a stable place, you can take quite a bit of complaining, and without it taking its toll on you, and you can continue to point out something that is beneficial. We have those experiences with people all of the time. Esther has some friends that she knows that she is advantage to, because she can listen with some understanding and keep pointing it in the right direction. But eventually, if it doesn't turn around, there's no point in going any further, you see. You just have to decide. Right. And the universe will continue to bring you a pretty good representation of where you are vibrationally. If the people who are coming around you are mostly feeling good, that's a really good indication of where you are. And if they're not, then that's a really good indication of where you are.
Yeah.
Whatever comes is a really good indication of where you are.
Good. I have another question.
Yeah. Did we satisfy that one?
I think so.
So,
yes.
so just speak your first question again.
Okay.
Your first question. Speak it again.
What is the difference between fear and resistance?
And so they are the same thing. And then you said, fear is the indication of resistance. And then you said...
But what about...
Can't even find it now, can you?
I can't.
You can't even find it now.
There's this thing out here that I created. I'm going to say a new job. But is my fear telling me I shouldn't take that job, or is it a fear that says you're not good enough?
Play it out in your mind. So say to yourself, I'm not going to take that job. Then what happens to the fear? Does it get bigger or does it get less? If it gets bigger, then it's worse not to take the job than it is to take the job.
Okay.
But if it gives you a strong, strong feeling of relief, then,
right.
In other words, your guidance is letting you know. Your guidance is always letting you know. But you have to deliberately think a thought and deliberately feel about what the emotional response to the thought is. And you have to do that pretty regularly before you can really think fast on your feet. And fortunately, most decisions aren't demanded of you right now. In other words, it sounds like you've already taken the job. So to decide to quit it is a decision that you don't have to make right now. You could give it a little bit of time, you see.
I see. Okay. I think I got that one.
When we tell you that you have guidance, what you want the same sort of guidance that you thought you wanted from your mother at first. Should I do this or should I do this? And when your mother said, do that, you said, Mom, I don't want to do that. And she said, well, you asked me what I thought. Yeah, but I didn't want your opinion. I wanted your agreement. I wanted you to agree with me, you see.
Yeah.
And what you really want is the agreement of Source. And you can just keep asking the questions until you can discover what the agreement of Source is about this. And really, what Source would like to say to you about that job, that hypothetical job, is just jump in. Just jump in. You can make anything work or you can make anything fail. It's your choice. You can be happy about something or you can be miserable about something. It's your choice. You can make the best of it or you can make the worst of it. There are no really bad turns, because wherever you are, you could be born in Afghanistan and it would be all right. There are no wrong turns. There are no wrong decisions. Wherever you are is where you are, and from there you are making your next decision and your next 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 and your next, you see. Don't ask your guidance to, in this moment, give you a definitive yes or no, right or wrong. Just keep leaning in the direction of what feels better and better. And before you know it, that's the momentum that you'll have, and things will just be working out for you in a very obvious way all of the time. Yeah.
Got that. Okay, thank you.